FKCCIಯಿಂದ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾ ಪ್ರಕಟಣೆಗಾಗಿ 108 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ ಮೊದಲ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡೆತಡೆಗಳ ನಿವಾರಣೆ. ಸರ್ ಎಂ. ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯನವರು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದ 108 ವರ್ಷ ಹಳೆಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ತನ್ನ 108 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಪಯಣದಲ್ಲಿ FKCCI ಈಗ ಹೊಸ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದೆ. ಮಹಿಳಾ ನಾಯಕತ್ವವು ಒಂದು ಅಪವಾದವಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಿಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಹಿನಿಯ ಉದ್ಯಮದ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿದೆ. ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಉತ್ಪನ್ನಗಳ ತಯಾರಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉದ್ಯಮಿಯಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಉದ್ಯಮಿಯಾಗಿ ನೀತಿ ವಕಾಲತ್ತು ವಹಿಸುವ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಗಳನ್ನು ದಾಟಿ ಹೋಗುವ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ. ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞ ಮತ್ತು ಉದ್ಯಮಿಯಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಲವಾದ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ಪರಿಣತಿಯನ್ನು ಉದ್ಯಮಶೀಲತಾ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸರಾಗವಾಗಿ ಬೆರೆಸುವ ನಾಯಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಗುರುತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಪವರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಭಾಗಗಳ ಘಟಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಣತಿ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಮೆಸರ್ಸ್ ಹೈಟೆಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ನ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಮಹಿಳಾ ಪ್ರಾತಿನಿಧ್ಯ ಸೀಮಿತವಾಗಿರುವ ವಲಯವಾಗಿದೆ. 3 ದಶಕಗಳಿಗೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಾಲದ ಅನುಭವ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ನಾವೀನ್ಯತೆ, ಮಹಿಳಾ ಉದ್ಯಮಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಮತ್ತು ಮಧ್ಯಮ ಉದ್ಯಮಗಳು MSME ಸಬಲೀಕರಣಕ್ಕೆ ದೃಢವಾದ ಬೆಂಬಲ ನೀಡುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಹಲವಾರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಸಮಿತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಹಿಳಾ ನೇತೃತ್ವದ ಉದ್ಯಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಂಬಲ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿಗಳು ಅವರನ್ನು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ರೂಪಾಂತರ ಮತ್ತು ನವೀಕರಿಸಬಹುದಾದ ಇಂಧನದಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಜಾಗತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಿಸುವಾಗ MSMEಗಳು ಎದುರಿಸುವ ಸವಾಲುಗಳವರೆಗೆ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಿಸುವ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಹೊಂದಿರುವ ಪ್ರಾಯೋಗಿಕ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಎಂದು ಬಣ್ಣಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ FKCCI ಇತಿಹಾಸ ನಿರ್ಮಿಸಿದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು 108 ವರ್ಷಗಳಷ್ಟು ಹಳೆಯದಾದ ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಮೊದಲ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಭೂದೃಶ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ಮೈಲಿಗಲ್ಲನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. 1916ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಎಂ. ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದಾಗಿನಿಂದ FKCCI ಅನ್ನು ಸಾಂಪ್ರದಾಯಿಕವಾಗಿ ಪುರುಷರು ಮುನ್ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಹೆಗ್ಗುರುತು ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನಾಯಕತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ಮೈಲಿಗಲ್ಲು. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯು FKCCI ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ಮೈಲಿಗಲ್ಲು ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಂಗ ಸಮಾನತೆಗೆ ಸಾಂಕೇತಿಕ ವಿಜಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ಕ್ಷಣವು ಭಾರತದ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಸಮುದಾಯದ ವಿಕಸನಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿರುವ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿಬಿಂಬಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗೊಳ್ಳುವಿಕೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವೆಂದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಗುರುತಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅವರ ನಾಯಕತ್ವವು ಭಾರತದಾದ್ಯಂತದ ಇತರ ವಾಣಿಜ್ಯ ಮಂಡಳಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ ನೀಡುವ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಿದೆ. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್, IT ಸೇವೆಗಳು, ಉಡುಪುಗಳು, ಆಹಾರ ಸಂಸ್ಕರಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕರಕುಶಲ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಂತಹ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಉದ್ಯಮಿಗಳು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿರ್ಣಾಯಕ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಮುಂಚೂಣಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆಯು ನಿರ್ಣಾಯಕ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿರುವಾಗ ಭಾರತದ GDPಯ 8ರಿಂದ 9% ಕೊಡುಗೆ ನೀಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದರಿಂದ, 400ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಫಾರ್ಚೂನ್ 500 ಕಂಪನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಆತಿಥ್ಯ ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು IT, ಬಯೋಟೆಕ್, ಬಾಹ್ಯಾಕಾಶ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಏರೋಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆಗೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ನಾಯಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಹಾಕುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೆಚ್ಚುತ್ತಿರುವ ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳು, ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು MSMEಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಸವಾಲುಗಳು ಮುಂದುವರೆದಿವೆ. ಅವರ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯು ಅಂತರ್ಗತ, ನವೀನ ಮತ್ತು ಸುಸ್ಥಿರ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸುವಲ್ಲಿ FKCCI ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ಮರು ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನಿಸುವ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ.
FKCCIಯ ಪರಂಪರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಗತಿಶೀಲ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ. 1916ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಎಂ. ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದ FKCCI ಭಾರತದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿದೆ. 5,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನೇರ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಮತ್ತು 20,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪರೋಕ್ಷ ಸದಸ್ಯರನ್ನು ಅದರ ಸುಮಾರು 200 ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಸಂಘಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೂ 2 ಲಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಮೂಲಸೌಕರ್ಯ, ತೆರಿಗೆ, MSMEಗಳು, ರಫ್ತು ಮತ್ತು ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ಪ್ರಚಾರದ ನೀತಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬೀರಿದೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿಪಾದಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಉದ್ಯಮಶೀಲ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಸ್ಥಿರವಾಗಿ ಮುನ್ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದರೂ, ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಯಕತ್ವವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಪುರುಷ ಪ್ರಾಬಲ್ಯದಿಂದ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರ ಆಯ್ಕೆಯು ಪ್ರಗತಿಪರ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಸೂಚಿಸುತ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು FKCCI ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಹೊಸ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನಗಳದ ಭರವಸೆ ನೀಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಅವರ ನಾಯಕತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ FKCCI ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಆದ್ಯತೆ ನೀಡುವ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಿದೆ.   MSME ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತರ್ಗತ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ ನೀತಿ ವಕಾಲತ್ತು.    MSME ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬಲಪಡಿಸುವುದು, ಉದ್ಯಮ ಸಂಪರ್ಕಗಳು, ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ತರಬೇತಿ, ರೋಬೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ. ಪರಿಸರ, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಆಡಳಿತ, ಇಎಸ್ಜಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸುಸ್ಥಿರತೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಗಮನಹರಿಸುವುದು. ಕೃಷಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅನ್ವಯಿಕ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನಗಳು. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಉಮಾ ರೆಡ್ಡಿಯವರ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯು ಸಾಂಕೇತಿಕಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನದಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಉದ್ಯಮ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಸಮುದಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಪರಂಪರೆ, ನಾವೀನ್ಯತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಒಳಗೊಳ್ಳುವಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಸಂಯೋಜಿಸುವ ಪರಿವರ್ತನಾತ್ಮಕ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನವನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸುತ್ತದೆ.
As I hand over the baton to the veteran of the leadership, I feel a sense of great satisfaction that FKCCI is moving into able and inspiring hands. Uma Reddy brings with her a legacy of entrepreneurial excellence, progressive thinking, and a deep commitment to the cause of trade and industry. I am confident that under her stewardship, FKCCI will scale even greater heights. On behalf of all of us, I once again extend a warm welcome to each one of you, and I look forward to continuing my journey with the FKCCI in my new role as immediate past president. Always available to support the leadership and the larger mission of this greater institution. Thank you very much.
I'm taking over as the president. But since you said that Thanksgiving to the immediate past president, I just heard everyone praising, talking about our IPP. Only one thing I wanted to tell about MG Balakrishna. He showed what is finance management or management in the chamber or the making programs, organizing so many seminars and all those things. Only one example that he showed to everyone was those who wish to become the office bearer, those who wish to become the president. He just showed one example, and all that qualities our immediate past president, Mr. Balakrishna, had. One, the talent. Two, the knowledge. Most importantly, third, the time that he could spare to come and work 365 days. And the way he had vocabulary, what a orator he was. And he knew all the subjects. And the last thing was that he had the patience to hear all the grievances of all the members, and he gave a free hand for many of the members to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, he showed a rare example of all the 5 qualities for a leadership in Balakrishna. I really enjoyed in the whole year being with Mr. Balakrishna whenever he called me, and it was such a pleasure that we did this MSME conclave for the first time, that it was such a huge success, and we got a huge recognition from the government of Karnataka. I am very sure Balakrishna will definitely continue to serve for this FKCCI in the coming years as a IPP and later on as a PP for years or decades. Thank you very much, Balakrishna, that you have done a wonderful job, and you have proved to everyone that when you spare time and your energy level, I don't know, I have to find out what is the secret of your energy level, that you are working for 14 to 15 hours a day. I think so you are a standing example. I would like to inform everyone, give him a very, very, very big round of applause. Thank you, Balakrishna. And I know Uma Reddy for the last 2 decades, she will say, Bala matra alla nanu ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಡಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಇವಾಗ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. We wish you all the very best, madam. Congratulations, Vice President Shashidhar, as well as Sairam, CG. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce you to Engineer Uma Reddy, a distinguished technocrat, entrepreneur and leader who has made remarkable contribution to industry, MSMEs and women entrepreneurs in India. Engineer Uma Reddy, an accomplished electrical engineer from the University of Investiture College of Engineering, Bangalore, is a first generation technocrat entrepreneur who has made a significant mark in the field of electronic manufacturing. With a strong academic foundation and a keen entrepreneurial spirit, she ventured into the business by establishing High-Tech Magnetics and Electronics Private Limited, known as the HME in Bangalore. Under her leadership, HME has grown into a reputed enterprise that designs and manufactures custom-built transformers, coils, inductors, and electric sub-assemblies. The company has achieved international quality certification, including the ISO 9001-2015, the ISO 14000, the ISO 45000, and the EcoVadis accreditation, which demonstrates its commitment to quality, safety, and sustainability. As the managing director of HME, Mrs. Reddy has led her company to be recognized globally and nationally as industry leaders. HME has won several prestigious awards for performance and safety, including the Performance Award 2001 from the GE Medical Systems South Asia, Best Supplier Award 2005 from Kirloskar, Safety Awards 2007 and 11 from the ABB, Sir M. Vishweshwar Shrestha Prasasti 2017 from the Institute of Engineers Karnataka. Her entrepreneurial excellence was further recognized by the Government of India with the National Award for Women Entrepreneurs in 2001. She also received the Karnataka Rajyotsava in the year 2005 for her outstanding contribution to industry and society. Beyond her entrepreneurial success, Ms. Uma Reddy has played a vital role in shaping policies and initiatives for MSMEs and women entrepreneurs in India. She's been in the National Executive Committee member of the FKCCI and the FKCCI, Vice President of the Ubuntu Consortium, Founder President of eMerge, Past President Awake, Chairperson of the ESDM Cluster of Click, Past President Click, and now the first woman President of FKCCI for the year 2025-26. She also served as a council member of the Prime Minister's Council for MSMEs and the National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council, both chaired by the Prime Minister of India. Her contribution to the Prime Minister's National Innovation Council further highlights her role in influencing national level industrial and innovation strategies. Ms. Reddy is widely respected for her thought process leadership in entrepreneurship development. She has presented research papers and delivered talks at numerous national and international forums covering topics such as industrial competitiveness, MSME growth, and women entrepreneurship. Her global exposure includes being a participant of the International Visitor Leadership Program of the US State Department and serving as a member of the Evolution Mission of the National Leadership Development Program and the National Judiciary Development Program. As a strong advocate for women in business, she has organized and led numerous programs, seminars, and workshops to promote MSME growth and women entrepreneur development. Through her leadership in eMerge, Awake, FKCCI, and the Ubuntu, she has created platforms for women entrepreneurs to network, grow, and succeed. Her initiatives have empowered hundreds of entrepreneurs by providing access to knowledge, resource, policy advocacy, and mentorship. She continues to work towards creating an inclusive industrial ecosystem that supports both innovation and sustainability. Over the years, Mrs. Uma Reddy has built a legacy not only as a successful business leader, but also as a mentor, policy influencer, and a change maker. Her journey from being a young electrical engineer to a nationally and internationally recognized entrepreneur reflects her perseverance, vision, and commitment to excellence. Her story continues to inspire aspiring entrepreneurs, especially women, to take bold steps in building enterprises that contribute to the growth of society and the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate her extraordinary contribution and take inspiration from her shining examples of leadership and service. And now, put your hands together to welcome Ms. Uma Reddy, the first lady president of FKCCI in the 100th year of service. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dinesh sir, for that wonderful and a lengthy introduction. I'm sure he couldn't cut it short looking at the achievements of Madam Uma Reddy. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the milestone in FKCCI's glorious history of 108 years. It is my privilege to invite Uma Reddy ma'am, President of FKCCI, to deliver her inaugural address.
Good evening.
Madam Shalini Rajneesh, the Chief Secretary of the Government of Karnataka, the head of the state in the bureaucracy, the present, and then the past, the former Chief Secretary, Madam Ratna Prabha, who would also been the former Chief Secretary of Government of Karnataka. Both have been somebody whom I have looked up in awe in the way they have taken up leadership and have headed and are heading our state and steering it forward. A big welcome to them. To our immediate past president, Mr. M.G. Krishna, Senior Vice President, Mr. Sairam Prasad, Vice President, Mr. Shashidhar, Secretary General, Mr. Lokraj, to all the past presidents of FKCCI, who are the pillars of FKCCI, all the managing committee members of FKCCI, all the members of FKCCI, all the associations with whom I have grown up throughout these past, I would say, 4 decades. You have contributed in some way or the other to, where I am today. To my family who are here with me today, all my friends, ladies and gentlemen, lots of women here, Elargo Namaskara, good evening. As we celebrate the auspicious season of Dasara, a festival that signifies the triumph of good over evil and the power of Shakti, and we have 2 Shakti women on the dais here. I am reminded, the 3 when I joined this. Okay. I am reminded of an eternal truth from our tradition. Brahma is incomplete without Saraswati, Vishnu without Lakshmi, and Shiva without Parvati. Creation, sustenance, and transformation, the very cycle of life, are made possible by this divine balance. It is a reminder that progress and prosperity are achieved when strength and wisdom come together. Today, as I stand before you, I draw inspiration from this spirit of Dasara and the power of women, and we have a huge number of them here. And with this is a profound gratitude and a historic significance as I take this historic step at FKCCI. It marks more than a personal milestone. It's the integration of women's leadership into the very core of mainstream industry and business. As a torchbearer of a new era, an era where tradition meets transformation, where continuity blends seamlessly with change, and where the voices of both legacy and innovation speak together in harmony, I'm deeply humbled by the trust you have placed in me to stand before you this evening. It is with immense humility and a deep sense of responsibility that I accept the honor of serving as the 92nd president of FKCCI in its 108-year legacy. We've had a few presidents in between who had different timings in the earlier years, and that's why. And this moment is both personally significant and historically meaningful, as I become the first woman to hold this position in our chamber's 108-year legacy. It belongs not just to me, I must say, it belongs to every member of the Federation of Karnataka Chambers of Commerce and Industry who have worked tirelessly in the past few decades to make, or I would say a century and more, to make FKCCI a strong and a respected institution. It belongs to the countless entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, and professionals, industry leaders who have dreamed of seeing themselves represented at the very forefront of commerce and industry. And above all, it belongs to Karnataka's vibrant ecosystem of MSMEs, manufacturers, traders, service providers, and innovators who are the lifeblood of our economy. Namma Kannada Hemme. My association with FKCCI began many years ago during the presidentship of Mr. Anand the late Mr. Anandam, past President late Mr. Anandam, and past President late Mr. K.L. Ramesh. This was in the 90s, 92 to 94, when I joined FKCCI as a Women Entrepreneurs Committee member. I went on to my role in AWAKE, the Association of Women Entrepreneurs of Karnataka, and it was in 2005, encouraged by our past president, Mr. S. Babu, who made me to return to FKCCI, and since then, from 2005 to 2025, it has been a very rich and fulfilling journey of learning, service, and collaboration. I've had the honor of contributing in various capacities, and I think a few pictures are there of all our past presidents with whom I have worked with, beginning with the Women Entrepreneurs Committee, and thereafter I took on the mantle of the Manthan, and later serving in the International Affairs, the Export Excellence Awards Committee, and the Innovation Excellence Awards Committees. Each role has been broadened by an understanding of industry and strengthened my commitment to the vision of FKCCI. It was during an AGM that our respected past president, Mr. K. Lakshman's words sparked a turning point. He said, "It's high time FKCCI had a woman entrepreneur as a president." I will never forget that. That resonated deeply within me, and having studied at UVCE, which was also founded by our Sir M. Vishweshraya, the visionary behind FKCCI, I felt a renewed sense of purpose to achieve that and began preparing myself for a leadership in this legacy institution. And I must say that I did have some luck with me. When I was the president at FKCCI, we had a program called the ZDX Sequa program. It was organized where both FKCCI and AWAKE were partners, and it was along with EU, and it was an EU international program on exports. I brought the lady from EU to FKCCI as the president of AWAKE, and I took her to our great cabinet hall in our heritage building, which I'm so proud of, and I kept showing the various photographs that were there in the heritage room. And then she came to the end of it and she said, "Uma, there is no photograph of a woman here. You should be the first." And at that time, I'm sure the angels were around and they said, "Tatastu." And that's how I'm here today. So it was EU-India cross-cultural program. Encouraged by many of our past presidents and realizing during Mr. Dinesh's tenure, I must say, that it was time to contest elections. He motivated me to do that. And I stood from the small manufacturing sector, which I proudly represent. And with the support of my peers, I secured the highest number of votes every poll in the sector, an expression of confidence that my members believed in me. Though one VP election did not have the lady luck to go in my favor, even though with past President Sri Sudhakar Shetty's support, I continued undeterred, fueled by the unwavering encouragement of our leadership. I remain deeply grateful to all our past presidents, and if I have to say a sentence of every past president, then it would take a long time. So I will run through, but I will begin with our past president, whom you heard, K.G. Subram Sethi, who always supported me. He just spoke some time back. Shri C. Valyappa, past president, who had to leave. Dr. S. Philip Lewis, and hope he recovers soon. Past President Mr. K. M. Srinivas Murthy, past President Mr. K. Lakshman, past President Mr. Talam Venkatesh, past President Mr. K. Ramaswamy, past President Mr. B.S. Arun Kumar, past President Dr. Manadi Suresh, past President Mr. S. Babu, past President D. Murlidhar, he is traveling today, past President Dr. J. Krasta, past President Mr. N.S. Srinivas Murthy, past President Dr. J.R. Bangera, past President K. Shivshanmugam, past President K. Shivakumar, past President Mr. S. Sampath Raman, past President Mr. Talam Dwarak Kanath, past President Mr. M.C. Dinesh, past President Mr. M.K. Ravi, Mr. K. Ravi, past President Mr. Sudhakar Shetty, past President C.R. Janardana, past President Dr. Perikal Sundar, past President Dr. C.A.I.S. Prasad, past President B.V. Gopal Reddy, past President Mr. Ramesh Chandra Lohati, and our immediate past President Mr. M.G. Palakrishna. I had to share and say each of the names because it is they who contributed and brought FKCCI to where it is today. A big round of applause to each of them for their visionary leadership and the strength of taking forward FKCCI, and each of who played a very important part in supporting me in this journey. I needless to say a very special thank you for the unwavering support of some of our late past presidents, such as Mr. M.K. Pandurang Sethi, Mr. M.K. Ramchandra, Mr. K. Ananda, Mr. K. L. Ramesh, Mr. Dr. Shrikantaya, Mr. M. Satyanarayan Swami, Mr. K. N. Jailingappa, Mr. R.C. Purohit, and Mr. S.S. Patil, all of with whom I worked in some form or the other as a managing committee member. I also take this moment to express my heartfelt thanks to all the 48 members of the managing committee in the last years and all the former managing committee members who stood and supported during the entire 20 years journey here in FKCCI. I must not forget the two women leaders in the 90s, late Madhura Chhatrapati and Sheru Palya, who kind of motivated me to continue my journey in FKCCI. The government has played a very pivotal role in building collaborations with chambers and associations, and Madam Ms. Shalini Rajneesh, the Chief Secretary Government of Karnataka, and Ms. Ratna Prabha, the former Chief Secretary. Ma'am, each one of you have contributed to FKCCI's progress, and together we will take our chamber to even greater heights. Because I believe that every past president here has worked with y'all in some capacity or the other, and y'all have contributed not only to the centenary building that we have, but to many of our events that we've had through the years. The dream of Karnataka is a $1 trillion economy that cannot be realized without FKCCI at the helm. Why? Because FKCCI represents the full spectrum of business, trade, industry, and services with such depth and authenticity. As the umbrella body of MSMEs, it connects the aspirations of the youth and entrepreneurs with the ambitions of the state. For Karnataka to leapfrog into the 1 trillion league, FKCCI must be entrusted as a key stakeholder in this historic mission, thereby supporting India's runway for Viksit Bharat 2047 and our $5 trillion economy. And for that, we have two stalwarts from representing the government here with us this evening, and we look forward to your continued support. Organizations such as Awake, Emerge, Click, FICCI, Ubuntu Consortium, you all have all been family to me. You have helped me provide the necessary skill sets for me to lead, take the team along, and contribute to enterprise growth. To the staff of FKCCI, our Secretary General, Mr. Lokraj, and the team, I look forward to your continued cooperation, and let us together not only sustain FKCCI's existing initiatives, but bring in innovative, impactful programs that serve our members, support policy advocacy, and promote economic growth. Friends, as I take on this role, I do so not only with pride, but with a clear vision to uphold the legacy of Sir M. Visvesvaraya and the trust of Maharaja Nalwadi Krishnaraja Wadiyar, who not only granted us this land, but with the vision of an eternal value of knowledge. Their values of discipline, integrity, and innovation and nation building will remain our guiding light as we face the opportunities and the challenges of a rapidly changing economy. And we are seeing that in today's day. As I take charge, if I do so with a pledge to preserve FKCCI's cherished legacy built brick by brick by our visionary founders and strengthened by our illustrious past presidents, while also charting out new directions that reflect the inspirations of our times. My vision is clear. Together, let us make FKCCI not only Karnataka's pride, but the world's benchmark for inclusive, innovative, and impactful commerce. Let us empower MSMEs with technology and skills, unlock opportunities for women and youth, entrepreneurs embrace sustainability and the green economy and amplify Karnataka's global footprint in trade and entrepreneurship. I firmly believe that the strength of FKCCI lies in its unity and inclusivity. Each sector, small or large, manufacturing or services, traditional or emerging, forms a vital thread in the fabric of our collective progress. And this cannot happen without collaborations. Our collaborations, be it with the government, be it with FKCCI, be it with ASSOCHAM, has a very, very long and steadfast relationship which adds value for FKCCI's growth, the growth of the state and that of the country. My role as your president will be to weave these threads into a strong and vibrant tapestry that reflects the best of Karnataka's enterprise and spirit. As I would like to conclude, I would once again extend my heartfelt thanks to all the past presidents for their guidance, to my fellow office bearers and council members for their trust, and our members for their faith, and to the staff of FKCCI for their dedication. Together, let us turn this historic moment into a future filled with possibility, promise, and pride. Let us work together with purpose, unity, and determination to keep the FKCCI flag flying high. And I believe that this cannot happen not only with the networking of all the associations, but with the support of my family and friends who are here with me today to cheer and to show their steadfast support, to be able to relieve me of all my other responsibilities so that I can work in FKCCI to my fullest extent. So thank you to all my family, my mother, my aunt, my uncle, my aunt from Germany, my daughter, my husband, my family, all my cousins, my brother, the entire family who are here with me, and all my friends, my UVC friends who have actually supported me and who kind of still drag me, but at the same time they also appreciate it. And thank you for being here, and to my friends, mother, auntie who is here with me in this special day, occasion, and each one of you, I would love to, kind of say thanks to everybody here, but thank you very much. Let us work together with purpose, unity, and determination. And as we celebrate Dasara, let us draw courage from Goddess Chamundeshwari herself to destroy obstacles, to create opportunities, and usher in growth and prosperity for our industries, our state, and our nation. Thank you all once again for this honor and for your continued support and your good wishes. Thank you very much.
ಪ್ರಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಉಮಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ FKCCI ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕನಸು ನನಸಾಗಲಿ, ನಂದು ಕನಸು ನನಸಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸುಮಾರು 20 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನಂದು FKCCI ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಒಂದು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಪ್ರಪ್ರಥಮ ಬಾರಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಮತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಲಾಖೆ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಇದ್ರು, ಬಹುಶಃ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಕಂಡಿದ್ರು ನನಗೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಿಳಾ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ? ಬಟ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದೇ ಟುಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಐ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ supporting the cause, and it's not just for the sake of gender equality, mahila representation irbeku antalla, it is on her merit that she is here and she makes all of us proud. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಡವಾಗಿದೆ, ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು ಇಡೀ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ನಗರದ ಸುತ್ತು ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ನಿಮ್ಗಾಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಹೋಪ್ಫುಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೇಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ you will all have good Bangalore roads, and Bangalore would be in the news for the right reasons. Much needed. ನಂದು 2 ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಗಳಿದೆ FKCCI ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಒಂದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ 2 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 50,000 ಕೋಟಿ 1.2 crore ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂಡರ್ ಗೃಹಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಯೋಜನೆ. as you know, it's not a small amount. 50,000 crore, 1.2 crore ladies who have been given, the title Yajmani. Yajmani is head of the family. You see, it's how empowering it is. Not only financial, the mobility that was provided free of cost has led to 37% increase in female labor participation rate. 37% within 2 years. It's a huge number. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಯಾಕೆ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. The moment they got freedom, the moment they got empowerment, in terms of, they don't have to depend on anybody. ಯಾರ ಕೇಳಿ, ಹಣ ಕೇಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. They are on their move. And today they are using this money not only for basic consumption needs, our ಮಕ್ಕಳದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಎಜುಕೇಷನು, ಹೆಲ್ತು, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ಅವರು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ collaboration with FKCCI to build 1.2 women entrepreneurs in our state during your tenure. So the simple method to do this is, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಫೆಡರೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಫೆಡರೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. Do you have taluk level and gram panchayat level federation? Why don't you do that? You are only up to district level, I know, but why don't you go down to that? Because if we have to increase our number of entrepreneurs, not just women, in general, entrepreneurs, I think there is a, the vacuum is there is no organizational support. ಈಗ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಸಿ. ನಾನು 1999ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಹೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋರು. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು 17-18 ಜನ ಟ್ರೈನರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು. ದೇ ವರ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಹಮದಾಬಾದ್. ಸೊ EDPs ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಯೂತ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಒಂದಿನ ನಾನು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ರೇಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಹುಡುಗಿಯರಿಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ EDP, ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಸ್? The success rate was very poor because it is not easy to become an entrepreneur. And hats off to all of you that you have, achieved this level against all odds. The courage, the risk-taking capacity, the vision, the innovation. I mean, I can go on counting the qualities that an entrepreneur has to make it a success. But it's not something inborn. We have to train and we have to build it. Why are we today facing this problem of joblessness? Yesterday, there was a big incident in Dharwad only that youth is protesting. We are jobless. Fill up the jobs in the government, and then government will give some 20,000-30,000 jobs. Will it solve the problem of 1 crore youth which is today in the employability stage? Why is it that today our youth is not ready for self-employment? Because employment will be coming to very few numbers. Why they are not ready for self-employment? Because they have not been trained so. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬಟ್ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ MBA or your technical education ಇದ್ದರೆ you are capable of becoming an entrepreneur because you can take up an independent job in the sense profession and enterprise. So my request to all the 5,000 plus members of FKCCI to adopt at least one per head, one college, government college of the state. I have 3,000 colleges, government colleges. If each one of you can spare some time of yours and become the resource person to inspire the youth of that college level children saying what is entrepreneurship, how they can become successful entrepreneurs. I'm sure joblessness will not be a challenge in our state or anywhere in the world. It is just a channelizing of the energies that our youth today require. And I look up to FKCCI and all its members and the president to help us achieve this common goal. It is your goal, it's our goal. Finally, from the government side, we have come up with one single integrated portal for ease of business, single window platform, so that any new entrepreneur who has any new project should get all clearances in a time bound manner in one go. ಅವರು 100 ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, 100 ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಥರ 100 ಕಚೇರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಸುತ್ತಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Has anybody used that portal? Yes? So I will not ask for the feedback right now. But I would ask you to give me constructive feedback so that we improve upon it. Because one of the biggest challenges in entrepreneurship is government clearances. So I take upon this responsibility to remove those bottlenecks, to remove those hurdles in government clearances. Let's make it simpler, easier, smoother for our entrepreneurs to come in, and let's have FKCCI growing by leaps and bounds. Once again, wish you all the very best and wish you very best to you.
Good evening, one and all. I must say we were actually waiting for this moment. This moment and this day. I don't know, from 3 years, when the moment Uma became Vice President, we said, Uma, 1 more year to go. Senior Vice President, 1 more year to go. And then 1 more month, you know, we kept counting the days and I told her the countdown has begun. So it's indeed a day, a very emotional moment, not only for Uma, but for all of us. I think especially the members of Ubuntu Consortium, all the presidents, all the women entrepreneurs who were looking forward for this day. So congratulations, Uma. I don't know, I don't have words to express how happy all of us are. Actually, on you being, you know, sitting in that seat, I remember how we kept talking and discussing when is Uma going to sit there. And yes, she is there. And what is that? She's showing something. So it's indeed a very, very, I must say, an emotional moment, a very heart-warming moment for all of us to see her occupying this position. I sometimes wonder why women have to struggle so much to reach to a particular position, whereas a man happily slides into the whatever position you know he wants, whereas women have to struggle. And once the woman struggles and comes to a particular position, everybody is talking about, oh, how great she is and how she has reached such a position. I think both men and women should have the same opportunities to come to a particular, you know, seat. It's a very difficult task, but yet today I think all of us are very happy. Congratulations again and again, Uma. We all marked our calendar, September 27th. All of us have to be in Bangalore, and 6:30 we should be at FKCCI. So happy all of you are here, and it's a great moment for all of us and for all of you. I would like to just go down the memory lane, though I have limited time, I need to go, but I'm also thinking about my association with FKCCI and a small incident. Just like Uma took so long to occupy the seat, 108 years after that a woman has taken over as president of FKCCI. I think maybe after 60 years or 56 years of Karnataka's formation, there was no woman ACS in the government. And when I returned from Delhi, and when I called on Siddaramaiah, he had just become CM, and when I told him to give me any posting. He said, okay, wait. He had also just become CM 1 year of his tenure. And then there were a list of vacancies. I told him, sir, in any of these vacancies, you can give me a seat, give me the position. He said, okay. And after 15 days, again I met him. And then I said, sir, the ACS Industries post is vacant. Why don't you give me this? He said, I don't mind, but the men are against a woman being posted. He said, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಂದ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೊಡಿ ನನಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ experience ಇದೆ. I worked as IT secretary in Andhra Pradesh. I worked as development commissioner export processing zone for 7 years. Already have about 10 years experience in industries, and why don't you give me this? And there were so many, sorry Shalini, you also must have, male officers doing kuch into sales years. No, women, beda anta tumba adaitu. So ultimately, he posted me there, and all of you have seen the result, I hope. The feel that a woman can do as much as a man can, or much more than a man can. Because when I went there, I have to share this with FKCCI, I can't share it anywhere else. Because you are the people from the industry. And when I went there, Karnataka was in the 13th position. When I asked the Udyog Mitra or my office, what is the position of Karnataka? Nobody knew in which position we were. That was the condition. We called up Delhi, we found out which position we were in 13. So 2014 to 15, I brought it to the 8th position. After that, brought it to the 1st position. Invest Karnataka. Remember, I called you to support us in Invest Karnataka. So what I want to say is that women are no less than men, and I'm sure Uma also will create. I'm telling this because it will be an inspiration for Uma, and you know her capacities, and definitely if a woman is given an opportunity, she can and she will achieve as much as a man can, and much more than what he can do, as I mentioned. So when we achieved this first position in 14 or 15, I think it was 16, till now Karnataka remains to be in the number 1 position. So, but nobody acknowledges, I think nobody goes down the memory lane. But I was just sitting and I remember when I took charge, Shivkumar came and met me. See, I always feel that we learn from the industry, we learn from our clientele. If I'm in women and child, I learn from the women and child what one needs. If I'm in the health, I learn from the department what they need. Similarly, I was new, and he came and said, let us set up a textile park in Chamarajanagar. I remember we visited Chamarajanagar and we wanted to, and that's how the land acquisition for the textile park started. Then we had Dinesh, and we had Sampath Raman coming, and Ravi, we all went abroad, to get investments, and there we met Kiran in New York, and told he's a director now, good. So that's how, the association with the industry helped us a lot. And that is also, I must say, after I retired, I had very good association. Our Prasad, I.S. Prasad, called me here, gave me, what is that? Lifetime Achievement Award. And I felt very old. I said, I'm just joking. I was very happy that you gave it to me, but I'm saying lifetime achievement normally anantara yenu kelsa madodilla I continue. So I got the lifetime achievement award here. Parikal was there, and then our Gopal Reddy, he supported us so much during his time. We did several programs, and that is how we, though I was out of the government, we had a lot of association with FKCCI. And I always believe that one can only work well and perform well if we work very closely with the people for whom we are meant, we are posted. We can't work on our own and thrust our ideas on the industry, and we have to pick up from industry what they want and give back to them what they want. And that is how 14 and 19 policy, when I just took charge, the policy was done by consultants. So I saw the policy and that English was so difficult. I said, I can't understand this English. How is anybody going to understand this policy? And that is how we sat with the department and we changed the policy. I mean, we changed the language, we made it very simple. And it was only a policy for big shots, large and medium. And MSMEs, women, SESTs, the ex-servicemen, all were in one column, only this much for them. And everything was, for the Bada Babus. So then I changed the policy, we sat with everybody, I took inputs from everybody. And that's how we changed the policy, and we had for MSME separate chapter, women separate chapter, SCSD, ex-servicemen, NRIs, etc. We did a good policy, and that is how Ubuntu was born. Then I worked with I remember Uma and Raji, Jyoti, Lata, all of them heading different organizations. Even Rupa, she was heading COVID, all of them came. And everybody was saying, give us some money for some event. Then I said, why don't you all get together? We can have one big event where CM can come and he can see the strength of women. And that's how when CM was called for one of the Women's Day, this is a time when I have to share my memories also. When he came, our service colleagues kept saying, sir, don't go, sir, ali yenu illa, sir, ali yaake hogtiri, henmakkale irodilla anta. And our women, when they tell them to come at 9, they all come at 9. Not like other events when they say 9 people come at 9, everybody was there. And we were in Lalita Ashok and CM's house was next door and we kept calling up. And they were saying, Yaru illa anta heltidare, Yaru illa anta. Illa illa ballikke, Mr. Deshpande took a strong stand. Tell CM to come, we are all here. And when he came and he saw the huge crowd of 300 women sitting there, he said, yaru illa anta helidru ishtu janru iddare. And when he came, he said, ನಾನು 5 ನಿಮಿಷನೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. But when he saw the huge crowd, he was there for 1 hour. And we were thinking, CM ko jaane ke liye time ho gaya, because he said he'll go on in 5 minutes, but then he was there for 1 hour. And then he saw the women power and he realized that yes, this is also an area where the government of Karnataka should support. So I think that is how, when we work with the industry, that's how my journey with Uma and Raji and Jyoti, Lata, so many of them are there. Presidents of Emerge, Liz, I don't know, Gulbarga, Kasara, Mangla, all of them have come. We have all come here to show our strength and support with Uma. We have all reserved this day, saying that we should be there. And Ubuntu's spirit is, we together we grow. And if you are not happy, how can I be happy? My happiness lies in your happiness. And that is what we wanted to share. Our Uma's happiness, we wanted to share with her and express our, emotional attachment with her and how happy we are all here. So I request the Ubuntu team to come onto the stage so that we can honor Uma here and express our happiness and joy that she has occupied such a big, important seat. FKCCI is dominated by men. I'm not saying she's defeated men, but the men have given, they've also allowed her to come. I always appreciate when a woman comes onto the top, it's not that she's come just on her own. The men around have supported us. That is how we have risen to this level. So congratulations, Uma, and request the Ubuntu founders, Lata Treasurer, Raji Vice President, Sarvamangla, our Gulbarga, Jyoti Secretary, Riza, MC member, Chitra MC. There's some more Gayatri and all, I saw them. What are you doing, Gayatri? Come. Emerge members, come. Uma is also your member. Sumita, I know, I can see Sumita, Radhika. Please come, all of you, please come. Let's all honor Uma.